How you doing, guys? So we had to do this all over again because Drecember said that he wasn't getting the connection. So let's try to do this again and try to get him back up here while we still can and have some connection going. I do appreciate you guys for bearing with me. I got all you guys still tuning back in. I do apologize. I do guys want you to bear with me, but you all know how it is to go live, and we got to be great when we can. So I got Drecember coming back now. I had Drecember log off and then come log back in, and I did the same thing so that we can try to do this and get this connection together and established. So hopefully now we can get him going. I got him here, so adding everything should be going great now. So let's see. Try to get him up here. Jason, I don't know why it doesn't want us to have you up here for some reason. Yes, fine. Look,
You hear me in the building?
I hear you.
Jesus.
Everything's good. Look.
I never went Facebook Live before. I apologize, everyone. I got it right.
Oh, you're fine. You're fine. Please. This is why we're live. Our viewers don't mind. We've had worse situations happen.
Right, look, okay. We're good now.
Yes. I'm
I
excited to
apologize.
have you. Let me tell you something. We've been waiting since the first time we seen you in this trailer. Who the hell is this? And we finally get to know who you are. So we are so excited to talk to you.
Mhm.
Thank you for gracing our platform.
No, no, you're welcome. No, I've been waiting
And
just as long as y'all.
so before we get started, we'd like to let everyone know. You've been waiting just as long. I
Yeah, I've
bet.
been like literally like having to watch everybody else on the show get their shine and everything, do their interviews, and now it's like, okay, it's my turn. The
Yes.
beginning of the
Well, I
end.
appreciate you watching. I do
Mhm.
appreciate you watching. And for everyone that doesn't know, he supports already, even before coming on the show, liking a lot of things and doing a lot of things regards to promoting and different things like that. So that I do appreciate you. So thank you for that.
No problem.
Um, so before we get started, where can everyone find you at?
As you can see, I'm not a Facebook person. Facebook is not my drink of choice. I'm more so Instagram. You can catch me on Instagram. My Instagram is Drecember. Um, and then I have Facebook too, which is Drecember. But yeah, I'm mostly active on Instagram. I kind of keep my Facebook private because my family's on there. So Instagram is more what like nighttime me. Facebook is more daytime me.
Okay, I hear you. So with the my viewers that come here and then tune in a bit later to watch G Status, let everyone know that hasn't watched today's episode yet. Who are you, and why were you chosen for G Status? What is your entrepreneurship?
Well, you know what? My inclusion into G Status ATL Hustle is very like mysterious and like random. I had actually applied to be a production assistant, and I had reached out to KL. Yeah, it was KL when I saw the posting for it, and he contacted me back and kind of was like, "We'd like to have you as production, but also would like to have you as a cast member. You know, we like your look. So come to that was the initial shooting that they had back in December, where you saw everybody's videos introducing themselves and stuff. I was supposed to be there. I was supposed to be there and do my video as well, but I didn't end up making it. I didn't have a haircut. I didn't have a haircut. I had a very busy day that day, and I was like, I'm not getting sent the fuck out, so I did not go. Um, and it was just kind of like I didn't really let them know that I wasn't gonna be coming. It was just like, oh, I'm on the way, but I was like, okay, I'm not gonna have time to really get ready like I want to. So I'm not gonna go.
So did that kind of take away from your airtime as far as
Yes.
how late we saw you?
Yes, because I was gonna be an original cast member. So since I fucked all of that up, I contacted them back. A few weeks and stuff after that to let them know I was still interested in shooting and stuff. They want to give me a chance. And I'm a nomad, or I like to say I'm a nomad. I started like taking on the life of traveling and stuff. New Year's of last year, me and two of my friends, as I said in episode 8, like we just packed up our stuff and we left. And so I go like I've been state to state a lot. Um, and I mostly been based in Atlanta though, just because I do a lot here in the entertainment industry. Um, and I make a lot of money here. But Ja would hit me up between like the months of January and February. Ja would hit me up to come in and do different scenes and stuff so that I could kind of be introduced into the cast. Um, and I didn't end up like as you can see, like my scene that they had that was there was two speed dating scenes. You guys are probably not going to get to see the one that introduced me and Krishan. I don't want to, I think I can speak on this. Like, yeah, we were initially introduced in the speed dating scene, and that's where I met. I didn't know anyone on this cast aside from Akeem because and I knew of True
Right, right, right,
because
right.
True stayed, we stayed in the same part of Tennessee for a while. So I didn't know of anyone else, and I ended up meeting Milan, Tramel, Sherrod, Krishan. I didn't know he was a new cast member, and they didn't know we were new cast members either. It was
Right.
just they thought we were there as part of the speed dating event. So when I was talking to Milan, I was like, "No, I'm the new cast member." Like, so they were just as shocked as they didn't know us, we didn't know them like that. So I'm like, "Yeah, I'm the new guy." But so that's how we were introducing the show, but that scene got scrapped. And it was supposed to be in episode 8, but Ja didn't
Well,
like how it looked because it was Tramel's event.
okay, so that speed
Oh,
dating
don't worry.
event, which is what you touched on in this episode when it went to your little flashback on, Milan telling you
Hmm.
about the whole Akeem and her situation, right? That's the speed dating event that you're talking about, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so before we
Hmm.
get into the
Yeah.
show, I like to get
Since you,
before we get into G status, I want to know a little bit, and my fan base likes to know who the person is of G status first.
mhm.
So Drecember, I want to know when did you first off this name? Where does this name come from?
So yeah, Drecember is not my real name. I was born on Christmas, December 25th, 1992.
Oh,
So I
cool.
took my real name and combined it with December and just made Drecember. So my real name is DeAndre. So I just took DeAndre in December and just made Drecember. And I actually came up with that name back in high school, my sophomore year or junior year. And like every time the month of December would come around, I'd be like, "Oh, it's Drecember," like a little play on words. But when I started traveling and when I left my hometown, I don't really like to tell people my real name. So I just always tell people my name is Drecember, just because like I'm not secretive, but I don't really like people knowing too much about me. So yeah, I ended up in Atlanta from Nashville, but I was born in Michigan.
Mm.
And yeah, I do acting. Well, I don't really like to say I do acting because I haven't did a lot of acting roles. It was more so like background artist work when I first came here. I got into all of that shit. It really wasn't my type of thing. I'm more so I like to be in the forefront. I've done modeling, photography, just a bunch of different things. Like I don't work. Um, I'm just like just
So
hustle.
where will you say that you plan on letting this show take you? Where was your plan in joining G status? What was your goal for G status?
Joining G status, my whole goal with that was to get exposure. Um, And I was very kind of frustrated with this whole process because I'm just now coming in and it's kind of the end. And my whole goal with this was to get exposure because this was an unpaid project. I don't really take on unpaid projects. So this was the first one for me, or second one, because Love and Hip Hop Atlanta was unpaid. But I knew once I saw the once I saw how much money was put into this and what the cast was, because it's not really like not trying to throw any shade. All love and respect to Andario and Chasing Atlanta, but this doesn't look shit like that. So once I saw the equipment that was used, the places we were filming from, I was like, okay, I can rock with this. And my whole goal was just exposure to get my name out more. I've always been a fan of reality TV. I grew up on reality TV. So I love being in front of the cameras, and I was like, I'm definitely going to take this opportunity. So when they allowed me to come back and film and stuff, I was definitely like, I'm going to make the most out of this and just get exposure and flip this exposure into making money. Um, didn't really go as planned, but I'm still happy to be on this platform with 10 other people, you know?
Okay, great. And it's always a good thing to be a positive outlook because you never know. You may be going for season two and maybe the from the beginning to end of season two, since we didn't get too much of you in season one.
Oh yeah, we've already discussed that I'm going to be a main cast member for season two. The reason why I couldn't be a main cast member for season one as well as Krishan is because we came in so late. We came in mid-season, so we didn't really get to film a lot with the rest of the cast to the point where we could be main cast members. Because it's like, why would we have you guys as main cast members when you don't come on until further into the season? So I understood that, and I took my L. Especially since it was my fault that I wasn't a main cast member. But yeah, season two, we're not playing that game. Like I'm definitely gonna be main cast member. Um, and you guys will actually get to see what I do, because I'll be honest, you don't really get to see much of like my life and stuff on the show. Everything was kind of more so set up for me. So season two, you'll actually get to see what I do and more so my personality.
Okay, good. So let's get into G status. So, okay, last week we kind of got a gist of you on, the introduction. We met you a little
Hmm.
bit, but this week we really got to know a little bit more. We had your confessionals and we got to know who you were. You did the little modeling and different things of that nature. So we opened up the show with Charlie Exile's listening party. All right, and it kind of shows us with your commenting, and this was your first event with everybody. Am I correct?
Hmm.
So
Yeah.
before we go on, what was that standpoint of meeting
This was the
everybody,
first event where it was all of us. Yeah.
all of you, you guys? So what was your take on walking into that event and seeing the cast for the first time in that environment? Am I lagging?
Um, okay, I'm about to say something very interesting because there's a lot of stuff that was cut, and I hate that it was because a lot of things don't make too much sense. So when I got to the listening party, I don't know if Jai's gonna show this in the next episode, especially with the altercation that's gonna happen behind this. But when I got to the listening party, I kind of got ambushed by somebody. My second time meeting Charlie. I met him at the Clement Twins event, but I enjoyed the song and stuff. That's why I was like, I wasn't trying to be shady about it. I enjoyed the song. What I didn't like about Charlie's listening event, you guys don't get to see a lot of this, but he literally played the fucking song and disappeared. He pressed play and dipped, and his rude ass friends were in the
We
back,
have
and he was
somebody
just over there
stating that
chilling with
is.
them and stuff.
1 second. Can you hear me?
They refused to film because they were contracted with Love and Hip Hop Atlanta. I'm not gonna trying to give y'all any juice about things. Because, this is like my honest experience. So I didn't enjoy his listening party because it wasn't a listening party. He pretty much played the song and he left.
Hold
Yeah, I
on.
can hear
I'm
you.
not. Okay.
Yeah,
It's
I can
saying
hear
that
you.
there's people in the comments saying that there's no sound. Can y'all hear us now?
You good?
Hold on. I'm checking now.
It's saying what?
It's saying they missed what you just said. I want to make sure that they can hear us. Can you guys hear? Give me a thumbs up if you can hear. Okay, they can hear now. Okay. I'm sorry. Can
Okay.
you repeat what you just said about as far as the you walked in and you liked the music, whatever. You wasn't trying to be shady.
hmm Yeah, I really wasn't trying to be shady. In our confessionals, we get the opportunity to really give our honest opinion, and I'm very seasoned with like how I describe things. But yeah, I did not enjoy his listening party because he could have made so much more out of that opportunity. Like we were in this big ass studio. There's a stage over here. Like I even made a comment about this in the green screens, but it was cut. I was like, you could have had some background dancers, some people doing background vocals. Like it was a really good song. Not a fan of the title, but I get what the title is now. Now that I know about his album and stuff, and that it's geared towards gay lingo. But yeah, I feel like Charlie could have did a lot better. I didn't really. There was like a lot of drama there. You guys got to see some of it when KL went the fuck off on everybody because the cast wasn't really giving it. People were leaving early. People didn't want to speak on certain things. Everybody feels like they have a brand without having the brand because I didn't know who any of these people were before this show. And it's like we're on this platform, but nobody's really trying to participate because they're trying to protect their brands and stuff, and it's not giving what the show needs. Which is why I was included. They had to bring something new. So yeah, his listening party was okay, but he could have did a lot more with that, like a lot more. He literally just pressed play and left. I was like, what the fuck? Like we were all just standing there and he was gone. I was like, wait, where did he go? He's on the fucking couch chilling. I'm like, what kind of listening party? Like I've never been to a listening party like this before. Like
Mm.
I called it a
Well,
Snickers.
sometimes it takes a lot to do an event, so maybe he was a little nervous, and sometimes because I know he said that somebody stated, I believe it was Sherrod talking about, it was playing from the booth, so they couldn't hardly hear it. You guys couldn't hardly hear it. Was
We
that
could hear it, but what Sherrod was really upset about and left about was Charlie said we were all boring. Yeah, insider. Charlie said everybody was boring and stuff because we weren't all hype about his song, but you're supposed to get us hype about your own song. Like this is your
right?
baby. You brought us all here to, listen to this. You need to be more interactive with us. Like so as you can see, we're all just literally standing there like, okay, and he stood there, then he disappeared. But I never heard him say this, but Shirai had heard him call us boring, so he ended up leaving that night. That's why he like stormed out and stuff.
Oh, that's
And
why
me
he
and
got
Milan
up
were
and
kind of
left.
confused. That's why he got up and left. And me and Milan were kind of confused because we're like, "Whoa, who's boring? Like, who's boring? Like, we're over here getting lit." So that was bad. But yeah, I mean, you can't have people try to get hype about your own material and your own project when you're not putting forth that energy
Producing,
yourself.
right? So it kind of everybody has something to say about his song. I do love Pussy Cunt. I thought that was a really good song. I love the message behind his music, and I do think it was a good. It's really catchy. I can see it going lots and lots of places. I really can. So then we lead on into Akeem, and it was you, Akeem, and some other guy.
Mhm.
I know he said his name, but I missed it. But so y'all
I
were
don't
talking.
remember his name
So
either.
from what the clips showed, from what the episode showed, watching as a viewer, Milan just came and inserted herself into your conversation and caused all of that. Now, from you being behind the scenes and them showing us a relationship between you and Milan, could you kind of square that away for us and let us know, was that exactly what happened? She just came, bombarded the situation, and just went like that?
Actually, yes. Milan just popped up out of nowhere. Like I was over there having a conversation with the king about his mug shots. I was kind of letting him know, hey, I heard you went to jail. I just shot the scene with Milan. I know you guys like that was my whole thing. All the people I had an issue with on the show or like any shady shit that I did in scenes or said about them, I let them know afterwards. So I was letting him know, like, hey, I did this. He already knew. So while we're talking, Milan literally just popped up and was like, hey, Jailbird, I heard you went to jail. And I was like, whoa. Because, see, I did not know anything about the dynamic with this group and the people who did and didn't like each other. I didn't know Milan and Akeem really didn't like each other to that extent because there's one more scene that you guys will see where Milan like digs into his ass again. But I was literally just standing there like, whoa, because I hadn't, that was my first time really seeing them clash. And it really did make me like look at Milan like, whoa, like what the fuck was that? So it really did happen like that. Yeah, it really did happen like that, which was shocking for all of us. Like, yeah, it was crazy.
Now, it kind of took us back to that, and I'm glad you brushed on it, saying that you was discussing it with Akeem, because then it gave us that flashback into how she found out about the jailbird, and
Yeah.
you giving it to her. Now, tell me, what was that about? Now, where I'm from, me now this is just me being a viewer, not someone taking notes for the show. Just me watching the show as a fan. Where I come from, where I come from, I usually have my receipts gathered because I'm ready for something. I'm lining myself up. I got my stuff ready because just in case I need something, you know what I mean? Boom, boom, boom.
Your
How
camera's
and why
breaking
did
up a
you
little
have the
bit.
receipts?
Well, I mean, nobody's dumb. We're just gonna be honest about things. I'm gonna speak on things without really just, going way back behind the scenes. Obviously, I was prompted with something to say. Um, and you know what? It's not really the fact that what was done, because there's a lot of things that happened on the show that we did not have to go with. But I was still open to doing it just because I kind of knew what my insertion into this group was gonna be. I'm the new person, and there needed to be an element of drama and newness. They were the relationships and animosities that were already there were becoming a little stale, so they brought in two new people. So I kind of went along with that just because I was okay with doing it, and like I said, this is entertainment to me. It's reality, and we all know reality TV is not reality TV. But yeah, I pretty much got those mugshots from another source. I'll let y'all connect the dots. But as I said, all the shady shit that happened on the show, I let these motherfuckers know afterwards. Like, look, y'all, this took place. It's y'all are know what's going on. Like we all enjoy reality TV. We know how these things are set up. We know what Don't put too much emotion into it.
What
That's
I
why I was
what
really
I
upset that.
what I don't think people know is the production value in things. And when they watch a show and they hear reality TV,
Hmm.
you have to understand, think about it, and this is really to my viewers, think about your day-to-day life. Your day-to-day life is not exciting. I'm sure a lot of people have more boring moments than they have more exciting moments.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? So
And
I
that's
feel
why they
like,
watch
go ahead.
reality TV. That's why they watch reality TV. Y'all motherfuckers are not tuning in to watch us have kumbaya. You know what? This is something that really irritates me, especially about the gay community. They love saying, "Oh, we don't want to see," especially with me. I end up in two physical altercations on the show. Y'all will see them next episode. And I was okay with that because I'm like, this is reality. I'm not about to be on here trying to represent the whole gay community and this and that. There's not a certain type of way anybody needs to act. I'm not being a representation for anybody but myself. So you
Hello.
can't look at people on reality TV and be like, oh, you're setting, and even outside of LGBT stuff, oh, you're setting a bad example for black people. No, this is one fucking representation because you have it with all the different races too and the different communities. So you're not watching reality TV to see us. I'm not about to sit up here and try to act like the Real Housewives and shit. You come at me sideways, I'm gonna correct your ass. Period. And I'm okay with doing other things to we need entertainment. Ja and KL did not put money into this shit to see y'all like sit in
Holding
somebody's
hands the whole time. You're
sit in
right.
somebody's small ass apartment and holler for 30 fucking minutes about who's homeless or not. No, are y'all about to fight or
Or
is some
what?
shit
Like,
on the
what's up?
game? I mean,
And you know what? I was just talking to my usual co-host. Shout out to Key. I was talking about this to my co-host. There needs to be a resolve. Whether we like each other, whether we don't, but there has to be some type of thing because this going back and forth it gets old and tired real
oh,
quick.
it's
And us
boring.
as the viewers, we don't want to see that every episode. Are y'all gonna fight or what?
Mm-mm.
That's how I am as well. You know what I mean? Are you
Boom.
gonna fight or what? Like, what's
Because
up?
I
Like,
don't do the whole oh, we're about to sit here and shade each other. Because look, as you can see, I come on set lit as fuck already out the gate. I bring my own alcohol. We have alcohol here. You're not about to sit here and shade me all day. Either I'm going to get up and leave, as I try to do with each physical altercation that takes place that y'all are going to see. But I don't know. I came onto this show and bitches just felt like, oh no, who is this? Why is he here? I'm used to arguing with this person for 45 minutes and nothing happening. No, it's different with me. Like, I'm not about to sit here and argue with you. I'm not about to sit here and shade you. I'm either gonna leave or we're gonna fight. And it ended up being the latter. So I'm just, watching
I
all of the stuff that you guys have seen. I'm seeing it as for myself as well. So all of the episodes up until I came, like I didn't know these people. I didn't know who didn't like who or whatever. But I'm like, is this the shit that y'all are really giving the producers? Like this is boring as fuck. I'm like, this y'all are. Why are y'all in somebody's apartment hollering about wigs and all of this dumb shit for hours? I'm just
Well,
like,
I don't
bro.
condone. Let I want to fix something because I do spread on my show all the time about positivity, and I try not to be like every other show that
Yeah,
we're gonna sit here and bash everybody and just to get views and ratings because that's not what we're gonna do. And I like to encourage everybody, and I do not condone violence. That's number one.
yeah,
I do not condone violence. But that doesn't say that I won't whoop on that ass had you come and disrespect me on a,
exactly.
you feel what I'm saying? So I understand that in that avenue of what you talk about. You know what I mean? So brushing on that, does that say that did you have an altercation that's coming, or do you have a problem with Akeem to why you even wanted to acquire that information?
Oh no, I mean the information was given to me. Like I said, I went along with it. We're all grown ass men. Akeem has done, you know, a bunch of shows and stuff. He knows how this goes. Cause I mean, shit, Chasing Atlanta, that's all they do. Every damn episode, they're hollering about some shit until the damn show is ending. And I'm like, what is, what? So that's why I talked to him about it. I love Akeem. Like, we're good. I have no problems with anybody on this show. Now, I did end up in a physical altercation with two of them, actually three. Corday, but you guys did not get to see that. It was at the Clermont Twins event, and that was the only one where I was drunk out of my mind. Corday
Or
made
you
a
actually had a
comment,
physical altercation with him?
yeah, but it wasn't on camera. And then when it happened, Ja was kind of trying to film it, but it was over by then. And I
Ooh,
ended up
that is some
like,
tea for the
yes, like, there's a
book.
lot, like, and you know what? It's very unfortunate that this show didn't go how it was supposed to. Like, had
That's
everybody stayed, had everything been on time, this all would have played out perfectly. Like, all the
Oh, I'm
storylines would
sure.
have
I'm
added up.
sure. I'm sure. And you know what? Shout out to Ja. And I don't care what nobody says. Ja is doing an amazing job
Has
with
done
this
an
show. He has
amazing
a great cast.
job.
He has such a great energy. And even despite all the stuff and the negative stuff that has came out about him, even in the blogs and different things of that nature, he still has such a humble and sweet heart. And I respect him so much. And you know what? I know season 2 is going to be even better, and so on and so forth.
It is. And when I say I wish the show had went how it's supposed to, is I wish everybody would have still been here. Because as y'all know, I quit like twice throwing hissy fits and shit just because I'm like, I'm tired of watching these bitches. They're boring. I'm ready for me. Because honestly, when I popped up, that's when shit really got real. And you know, I wish Milan and True, um, and from what I have was told from the horse's mouth, Zafar quit. He told me this like 3 weeks ago when we were out at the club. He was like, "Yeah, I quit. I'm not coming. You know, that's why you guys haven't seen, or yeah, haven't seen any green screens from him." And he's on this last episode, so I'm not sure if he may pop up. But Zafar left the show, and it's
Look
like I
at you
really haven't.
giving us the fucking run
Like,
down.
look,
Hello?
like, you know, I
I
just
love
like I said,
exclusives. Look, I love exclusives. I love exclusives.
I got all the exclusives. Like, I'm like everybody else on the show. I'm the one who's like, I don't try to put on an act. I'm sorry. I don't, you know, I'm not trying to reveal things about the show, but this is shit that's, you know, out there.
So
Like, you
when
can
he
act,
says he quit, does that mean he's not going to be at the reunion?
yeah. But when I was doing
So what's
green
going to be
screen,
like three of y'all there?
huh?
I said, what's going to be like three of y'all there? Because didn't Milan, I think Milan on her social media stated one time she was going to be at the reunion.
Milan said he's
Then
not
Too
going to be
Fine said he
there.
wasn't.
Milan said he wasn't going to be there. True left the show, so I'm not sure if he's going to be there. Zafar left the show. I'm not sure if he's going to be there. But from what I was told when I was doing green screens, that may change. I hope it does because I hate the fact that you guys are seeing the show and you're not getting the commentary from
Right there.
the main characters, the people you guys have already came to know, because I'm just coming into this. So I feel like I'm kind of at a
Right.
disadvantage, especially with them being gone and you guys can't get their commentary. So you see me and Milan sit down, you're only getting me see me talk. You're seeing these arguments with Milan and other people, but he's not here to speak for himself. So automatically it's just making it's putting things in the black or white area.
See,
And
that's
I
why I hope with season 2 he gets some contracts out. I don't know if you guys have contracts or what's in you guys' contract,
from
but
what
he
I was
needs
told,
he needs
season
to have
two.
something where it has to play out because that's ridiculous.
Yeah, because we only signed papers agreeing to be filmed. But from what I was told, you guys are going to be very excited about season two. There's a lot of really good things coming up. And as like you were saying earlier, I'm not one who condones violence either. I hate that, you know, things took a physical turn on this show. Like I said, I tried to apologize to Corday about what happened at the club. Because I kind of did take what he said out of context, and I didn't know these people, and you know I did try to attack him or whatever. So I tried to apologize to him for that. But the other two bitches, well, you guys will get to see like why all of that played out, and I don't feel like I was wrong for how I reacted because you're not gonna you're not gonna do shit physically to provoke me and think I'm not gonna do anything. I'm not a king. Ain't nobody swinging on me in no fucking hallways and stuff. Sorry. I'm not all the rest of them. We're not about to sit here and argue in the fucking room all day. I'm either what we're gonna somebody's leaving or somebody's leaving. So I hate that that happened. I did not want to be on this platform, you know, fighting people and this and that. I was all for the little drama here and there because I feel like you can still have that element without it taking a physical turn. But these bitches didn't know how to play along. They didn't. So this is reality, and
Oh,
that's my reality.
I'm stuck.
Like,
I'm sorry. I'm stuck on this fight with Corday. Can you explain that a little bit? What happened?
so yeah, because I'm not sure. I don't think you guys will get to see that unless there's another round of bloopers or stuff. And it's really weird because in the episode that you guys just saw, me and Corday actually got into another argument. But I'm pretty sure it's going to be cut because you guys won't understand why we're arguing. You guys won't really understand why a text message was sent to one of the other cast members through him. Um, and it all stemmed from the speed dating event. That's why I hate that that scene got cut because when I came into this, I really did want to like try to get to know everybody. I connected with Milan, and then Corday ended up popping up last minute. And I remember Milan telling me he did not like Corday. I didn't know Corday, and he was very nice to me when I first met him. He was nice, like all of them were. And then I ended up asking a question that got him cussed the fuck out by Milan. And then Shirai, that's how the relationship with me and Corday kind of started off, because it was literally like mid seconds. Like we introduced ourselves and we were talking and stuff, and then I asked the question, and it just went from there. And Milan
Are
like
we not
blew up
gonna
on
get the
him.
question that was asked? And
Um,
look,
let's just
I'm
say
really
I
good
was
friends
I was
with
asking
with
him.
Ja. I don't want to get you in trouble,
Mhm.
nor do I want to get us. So I don't want you to say anything that you can't. So if you can't say anything, just let us know you can't say it. But I'm gonna ask because I want to know what's the question.
Nobody ever nobody ever told me I couldn't speak on certain things. And there's some things that I already know, like, okay, we're not going to speak on that. But I feel like I can speak on this because you guys aren't going to get to see it. And it explains like a lot of this dynamic. But pretty much I had asked what was the issue between Milan and Corday. And Corday really did not want to talk about that, but Milan was like, "No, let's get into it." And he was, yeah, he was threatening to whoop his ass at the event and shit. And Corday's not really an arguer. Like every time something happened, like he would just stand there and just smile and shit, and just like he didn't know how to react. And I was just like, "Oh, I feel so bad because I just got him cussed out." Then True kind of came at me, and that's when me and True kind of like went sideways too, because he was like, "You shouldn't have asked that," and I'm like, "Well, bitch, I'm gonna ask what I want to ask." And this
Hello.
is my first scene with all of them. So it's like, And then Shirai ended up cussing out Tramel, and it's a lot, but that whole scene got scrapped. Ja didn't like how it looked. And again, Ja did an amazing job with the show. He's so sweet and soft voice, and just like Ja is, I love Ja. I haven't really interacted with KL a lot. He's just kind of like the cloud above everything. But love Ja, and I back all the things he did because he's still been able to make everything make sense. But yeah, like that whole listening party was very awkward because me and Corday had another argument because I reached out to him on Instagram after that speed dating event and was like, I hope we can talk. Um, we were gonna have a conversation at the Clement Twins event. But, and this is really dumb, but okay, like I said, I was blackout drunk. That's why you guys only see bits and pieces of me like in the club because I was here, there, everywhere, running around and shit. So I wasn't really with the group a lot. So it was all of us like in our section, and I had spilled a drink on Corday on accident. I was dropping shit everywhere. I was lit, and I spilled the drink on his pants, and I was like, "Oh my God, like I'm so sorry." So I was trying to like wipe it off of him, and I really took this out of context, but Corday says, "Are you trying to touch my dick?" And I'm like, "Whoa, I already heard through Milan that you were like really fucking like." You have this superiority complex and this and that. I'm like, I'm actually trying to be nice to you, especially after I just got you cussed out by this bitch at the last event, and this is my second time being with you guys. And I was really just like, that shit really set me off. And I was like, and Ja was not filming at this point, and I was like, oh my God, I'm about to check this bitch. So me and him, like, I ended up telling him, like, look, don't fucking try me on no bullshit like that. And like, we were going back and forth, and fingers was pointing. And the next thing I know, I didn't try to hit him. I just was like trying to like mug him and shit because we were like right here. And then after that, like he like blocked it, and I just like went in and shit, and we were like the fucking section was getting tore up and shit, and people were just like, "Whoa!" Like it was really out of nowhere. And Job, like, this is stuff that you want to see on the show, especially with like the new person. And he's like, "Oh my God, don't
And
do that."
Corday, yes, we everybody want. I'm a fan of Corday too, but everyone wants to see Corday fight. Everyone, I will
They
tell you
do
that.
because he's like Corday. he loves this. Like I watched interviews with Corday, and Corday is really a nice person. I actually just saw him and Tremel yesterday, last night at 10th and Piedmont when I was out. But he really is a very socially awkward person. Like he didn't say much when I filmed him on set. Um, so he's really telling the truth when he says that he's very socially awkward. But then when you get in confessionals and when you're in certain settings and shit, you're throwing your opinion out there, and that's not really a characteristic of a socially awkward person. If you're really socially awkward, you're not going to be like throwing your opinion out. Like at Zafar's event, he just kind of like was throwing his opinion about shit, and it's like, okay, you're doing that, but then wondering why you're being portrayed a certain type of way, or why everybody doesn't like you in the group. But yeah, I tried to whoop Corday's ass, and it was all off camera. Ja did not get any of that because I'm like, look, y'all, I'm with the shit on camera and off camera. Like this isn't making me act any
Right,
certain
right. I
type of
don't
way
need a
because I
camera to
always
be
came to
bopping
set trying to
bitches,
have
right?
fun. Right, I don't have anything to prove, but I always came on set trying to have fun, get lit, and it's just like they were not trying to be very embracing of Drecember, and I honestly think it was because I kind of came in and took the shine from all of them. They were boring, they were played out, and it's like I'm here and they're like, no, like, and I'm used to getting that a lot. Like, I get a lot of attention, and I've always been very popular. Like, growing up and stuff. Like in high school, I was prom king runner up. I was voted best dressed. I was popular in college, and I'm still popular in real life as an adult. And so
Hello.
my
That's right.
my energy kind of throws people off. So. I'm used to being around big crowds and stuff, and like now I'm like I'm in front of cameras, and I'm like, okay, we can all be friends, or everybody loves the villain on the show. Like every movie has a villain, every show has a villain. I didn't try to be the villain. I kind of know that was what I was kind of brought in for as an element of that, but I was really trying to be cool with them. But you're not going to be making these sideways ass comments. We're not pointing fingers. You're not going to be throwing shit at me, and you're not going to knock shit out of my hand. I don't know what they were used to doing on set and filming and stuff, but I
Well, we
was like,
kind
look,
of got a glimpse of we seen a sneak peek that y'all had released a couple weeks ago, um, and it showed you and Sherrod getting into it a little bit, and he
yeah,
slapped the drink out your hand. But at that time, we didn't know that who you were. We knew who you were as far as an entity, but we didn't know that it was Drecember and you're going to be on the show and all of
yeah.
this stuff. So we did get that clip. So I'm guessing that's one of the fights that we're referring to because you say you're not going to be
Yeah,
dropping stuff out of my hand.
yeah, we're not doing that. I don't know. And you know what? When I was getting up, it wasn't because it looks in the clip like it looks as if I'm getting up to confront him. Actually, Sherrod, you're gonna see all this in next week's episode, but I'll give y'all a little insight on it. The bitch actually stood up over me first. And this was at the HIV counseling scene. It was me, him. That was my first time meeting Zafar, Milan, and then at the last fucking minute, True pops up. True popped up when the shit, like right when this bitch slapped the cup out my hand, True popped up. And all I saw was red after that. I was like, oh no. And we like tore the fucking set apart. Um, it was like from inside to outside. It was ridiculous. And I was like, oh, I hate this. Like, I'm burning bridges with all these hoes. I don't know them. Like,
And the two fights that you have is right back to back.
they're gonna be back to back pretty much in the episode next week in the finale. But no, that happened. Then I had another scene with me and Krishan have a scene. Because we're two new people, but he didn't cause as much hell as I did. And then the last scene is where we're all together as a group, and it was supposed to be a counseling session. Let's just say I wasn't feeling the vibe. I had motherfuckers coming from over here. Even people I didn't know had an issue with me, haven't had an issue with me. I don't know how Josh's gonna edit it and stuff, but that whole thing right there was just crazy. And then me and True ended up fighting out of nowhere. Like it was just out of nowhere. And I'm like, bitch, I don't even know you. I don't know you like that. I filmed with you a few times. You barely come to set. You barely come to set on time. By the time you come, we're all, everything's done. And then me and him end up like tearing the fucking set apart. And you guys can see a clip of that in the intro. And it's just like it was a lot. Like my season one introduction to the show was just very traumatic. Like
That was my tea. I don't know if you knew. Let me tell you,
you know,
you killing it
an issue
today.
with I don't have an issue with any of them. Now, as the show started and has been going on, there's been a lot of arguments and things like that online and stuff, but I don't have an issue with I really don't care for Sherrod. I don't have an issue with Sherrod, but I don't care for Sherrod. He doesn't care for me. I have not seen a lot of them, like, we would have our promo events and stuff where we promote around the city. But for some odd reason, every time I would show up, certain people would not want to be in the section anymore. I don't know if they were scared. I honestly take it as like an intimidation type of thing. Like I would pop up, when I did come to our club appearances, speak to everybody. But, and, honestly, a lot of them weren't as lit as I was. I'd say the only other two were Sharad and Zafar, because they both work in the nightlife and stuff too. Everybody else is very bland, very boring. And when I turn up, when I go out, so I know like for a few of them, when I would pop up, it's like, oh, Drecember's here, and I'm like, I thought we would, I'm like, is it really? So I don't really know where I stand with a few of them. One of them being True, we have not really talked. Um, I don't have any issues with him. I don't know if he has an issue with me. I don't think he does, like, because it wasn't that serious to me. That's why I hate that, anything got physical because I'm like, we're not getting paid for this shit. Even if I was getting
Right,
paid to be on the show and have physical altercations, that's not my thing. Not on camera, like we all have family watching this, but at the same time, I'm with the shit. Um, so yeah, and another interesting fact, since we're on this, another exclusive. Me, True, and Shara were actually supposed to go to California to shoot the Vivica A. Fox show, Face the Truth. Yeah, I submitted us actually, because I was like, okay, for one, this would be really good promo for the show. And for two, like, this was when a lot of different shit was going on online. And it was like, oh, well, when I see you out, I'm gonna whoop your ass, all this, and blah, blah, blah. And like I said, I'm all through the city. I don't have to wait for the reunion to buck up with anyone. It's not my thing. So I had submitted us for that, and they actually contacted us back and were going to fly us out. Um, yeah, they were gonna fly us out to come and shoot the show and everything. Sharad agreed, True agreed. I didn't contact them about this, the producers did. And they were like, "Do you want to contact them?" I was like, "No, I'd rather you guys do it just so it seems more legit." Ja had submitted footage and everything, but something ended up I think they wanted to take more so a route with like celebrities and stuff, because that's mostly what's been on that show. I haven't watched it, but I see, like past reality stars and stuff on there. And I don't know if they were cool with us being on a show and everything because it was a real conflict we had.
right, right,
Um,
right.
so they were gonna fly us out. We were gonna stay in a hotel, shoot for 3 days, but some shit ended up happening with their production and it got put on a halt. So I don't know if that may still be in talks and stuff, but yeah, the three of us were gonna be going out to California to do that show. Um, because like I said, I don't really have any issues with y'all. Like we were all put here to put on the show. That's what I saw it as. So I don't really let this seep into my real life because I don't really have any issues with people in Atlanta like that. And I'm not gonna have issues with bitches that I'm shooting a show with and we're not getting paid for it.
Let me tell you
Period.
something. I want to tell you something. I don't know if you was watching. Well, you was trying to get on the last live we had when we went on 10 o'clock. I stated to my co-host, I was like, I like, and I don't show bias to no one. I don't, like anyone more than the next person or whatever the case may be. But I did tell him that for some reason, the aura I get from you is I would chill with you back at home. Like I feel like your nature, like you'll be someone that I will be in my circle. You know what I'm saying? And now that I converse with you even more and having this talk with you, it's like, oh yes, like you will be my good Judy. Like I swear, like the way you like just the mindset on things and how you react and the things that you said, like the, the same. Like spit image of what's going on in my mind and how I will react to things and stuff like that. Because I'm the nicest person in the world. I love to have a good time, and I will be just like you. I will go into it where it's like I'm ready to meet everyone, excited. Let's get lit. Let's be. But I'm not here for no shits. You feel what I'm saying? A lot of people say I'd be here for the shits. I'm not the one for the shits. You feel
Mhm.
me? And
One of the
a lot of
two.
stuff I take out of content as well, and I might overreact into things and
Mhm.
stuff. I just feel like we kind of hear like I really love your personality. I love the person that
Thank
you are.
you.
Like
Thank
I
you.
do.
Because I mean, like, I really, I like to have fun. I'm not really a dramatic person. Yeah, sometimes I'll drink and take certain shit a certain type of way, but I hate, when it gets physical behind anything like that. But we're all on this show. I don't know you people. I don't know how you guys react to things. But if your first instinct behind not liking what somebody's saying is to throw a fucking cup at them or knock a cup out their hand, like it's not going down over
You
here.
gonna get these hands? Yeah.
So I'm hoping, season two, huh? Exactly.
What
Like,
you say?
and
You
I'm
gotta
hoping
knock a
season
cup out my
two,
hand.
like
Gonna
as you
get
guys
these
get to
hands.
see more about me, maybe you'll get to see a resolution with a lot of the conflicts. And thank you. And y'all are about to see the whole episode, and I'm like, why would you do this? Like, there's cameras right here. Like, I didn't waste any time. I was like, what? Especially when I'm trying to leave, and I'm like, okay, you want to keep me here and try to argue with you? So I'm like, no, I'm about to get the fuck up and go. Like, he just told me he doesn't like me. He stood up over me. I'm trying to keep it cute, because it seems like every time I come on set, there's this damn set gets shut down early. So I'm like, I'm not about to sit here and go through this. But yeah, he tried it. You will be thoroughly entertained by this next episode that's coming, especially since Job put both of those big moments in this one episode. Because the last scene that I shot with all of them, like the last time I shot with any of them was the scene where the counseling session where me and True got into the fight. Because we were all supposed to go to Miami afterwards. We were going to shoot the finale in Miami. So Ja kind of wanted to have all of us like get over our differences, but I was like, no, like I feel like I'm getting attacked like left and right, and I don't even know these people. They're intimidated by me because I came on here and kind of took the spotlight, and they haven't really been giving shit all season. But I'm like, well, I'm not about to sit here and you want this shit to come to like a kumbaya moment, but I got even people I haven't even really filmed with coming at me sideways, and I'm like, I'm about to get out because. Next thing you know, one of these fucking chairs will be flying across the room, and I don't want none of that
Hello.
happening. Like, I want to go to Miami. We're going to be in the big ass house with cameras and stuff, and but no, that shit got cut. It got shut down. So I
What?
don't know how this show is going to end off. Because we didn't film anymore. I didn't film anymore after that. That was the last time I filmed with them, and that was back in April.
What has you being on the show? What has the show? I know it hasn't been too long since we see, but what has the show done for you as far as has you have a lot of people commenting now? I'm sorry. Can you hear me?
Is the connection good? Is the connection
Yeah, I hear
good? It
you now.
says
Can you
something
hear
about
me?
my connection had went up for a second.
Can you hear me now?
Am I good?
I hear you.
Yeah, it's saying something about a connection and leaving. Yeah, are we good? Like, can you hear me?
I can hear
Okay,
you. Yeah, I
cool.
can hear you fine. Can you
But you
hear
were
me?
saying, what has the show done for me?
Okay, yeah. What has the show done for you as far as have you been getting a lot of has people been reaching out to you? Has that like oh look, it done went away. Guys, we're gonna try to see if we can get him back up here. Right, Tanya. Let him know. Facebook stop hating. His connectivity was bad. I'm not too sure. Guys, let me tell you, he's been spilling the tea. This is one of the best episodes we've had so far.
And I'm really still stuck on. I'm really still stuck on this fight with Corday. And Corday ain't tell me nothing about no damn fight. Oof, oof, oof. Guys, Drecember's trying to come back up here. He had low connectivity, but baby, 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 this interview has been one for the books. When I tell you, it has got me. He has stunned me, like he really has. I'm trying to see if I can see if we can get him back up here.
I'm back.
You're back.
I'm back.
Yes, yes, yes.
No, what happened was I think it was because my phone like sent, so I guess I had to like connect it to the charger. Okay, I think we're good right there.
So I was saying,
My bad, guys.
How has your feedback been, and what has the show done for you as far as your exposure as of now?
Um, you know what? Like it really has. I've been on the show probably like what 2 hours and 20 minutes out of the whole season so far. But you know what? Even before I showed up on the show, like there was a lot of like controversy around my inclusion. Some people like, who is Dre Simmons? When are we going to see him and this and that? And the delay in things and the pushbacks and things kind of pushed back my appearance even further. And I understand that John wanted to add me and Krishan in kind of late so you guys can really see our growth next season. But I know had I been a main cast member and had things stayed on the schedule they were supposed to, my exposure would have been a lot more from this. But it really hasn't been bad. Like I actually was out. I'm always out and about. And I have a lot of people come up to me and like, "You're Drecember, right?" And I'm like, "Yes, I am." And I don't really know how to take that sometimes because I'm like, "Well, hold on," because I had this one guy, Cirque. I was at this bar called Cirque, and I was with a friend, and he was introducing me to his friend, and I was like, "Hi, I'm Dre." He was like, "I know who you are. You're Drecember," and he said it like that, and I was like, he was like, "You're on G status, right?" And I was like, yeah. He was like, you fought my friend. And I'm like, and I thought it was like, he looked like somebody that True might have known. I was like, who, True? He was like, no. And I was like, Sherrod. He was like, yeah. But he was like, it's cool. I saw what happened and stuff. He was like, I would have did the same thing. So it's like, people don't really know too much of me as a person and stuff. And you're not really going to get to know a lot of me, this season. You just really get to see what I've done, and that has to do a lot with the other cast members. So, I might look a little messy right now, and like I might look a little hot-headed or whatever, but I don't think people understand. This shit was filmed 7+ months ago. These beefs are like dead and gone to me. They weren't beefs at all. I'm like, I've seen all of half of y'all throughout Atlanta and stuff. Like, I didn't take this into my regular life. I was really upset with production. I didn't give a fuck about the cast and what they've done. I was upset at production because I'm like, look, I'm ready for it to be me. I feel like you could have inserted me right here and stuff. Like everything's on the chronological timeline, but I'm just like, had I been shown a little earlier, my exposure from this would have been a lot more. But I know after next week's episode, that's also gonna change as well. Like, it's about to be really good.
Well,
But
I'm a firm believer in timing, and I feel like your
Mhm.
timing. You know why it sets you apart, because what it does is it anticipates us for next season to wait for you till we can get to know you. So what this was it was like, think of it like a trailer for you,
Hmm.
almost. Even though the show has a trailer or whatever, but it was like your own personal trailer, because it kind of gave us a gist of what you are. It gave us, okay, he does this, he does that as far as professionally, but he's here for the shits too, which gets us excited to know what content is going to come on for
Hmm.
next season. So I feel like, the timing could have only been
Hmm.
perfect. And for you, what gives you an advantage for the next season and the new cast members of the next season is that people are going to already know who you are a little bit. And you're going to have that fan
Hmm.
base
Yeah, like,
kind of ride with you.
hmm. And it's like I really, because I had left the show over the summer, then I quit again like a few weeks ago. I just did not like how things are going. But I was like, I felt like I could redeem myself with my green screens. Because, as we both know, reality TV, you're prompted with a lot of stuff on camera. Like, we would show up on set and not really know, like, what the gist of things were. I wouldn't know who would be there. Didn't really know what we would be talking about. So, it's like Akeem said in an interview not too long ago with Ty Couture. He was like, we don't really know what the fuck gonna happen on set. And when you're in front of those cameras and stuff, and you're trying to give personality and not be too boring and stuff, you don't know what you just might say. You don't know how someone might take it. You don't know what's coming at you. So, I feel like with next season, I know for sure you're gonna get to know me a lot more. I feel like I have a better advantage, and I don't know who they may be bringing on. I don't know how the setup may be, but I don't need too many people trying to come in thinking they're finna, oh, well, nah, bitch, like, everybody be themselves and stuff, because season one me, it's gonna be a little different from season two me, but it's still me altogether. Like, I believe in yin and yang. I'm very spiritual. Like, um, I'm very big on the universe and stuff. I'm not religious, but I honor my positive side, or I honor my negative side just as much as my positive, because I'm not running around here making everything's all positive. No, you need both. You need positive and negative. And if you bitches come at me sideways, like, you may get the negative side. So we need to all, this was like our test run. So season two, I need bitches to thug it out, myself included, like, not be so quick to quit and push things to the side when they're not going your way. Because I feel like a few people quit the cast because things weren't going their way, and it's
Words
like,
are going. I agree. I was telling my before I had this interview with you. Was telling my co-host. I feel like a lot of people did certain stuff and quit and stuff because they were in their bag, because
they
they
were
were in
in,
their feelings.
hmm they were in their feelings, like, and I'm like, you're really making, especially for Milan. I love Milan. Milan and the King were pretty much my only two allies on the show. I was cool with Krishan too. He's okay too, up until a certain point. That's behind the scenes though. But I feel like Milan took things out of proportion. But I don't really know the backstory with him and Jai and all that. I'll be honest, I wasn't really kept in the loop about a lot of things, which kind of pushed me to not want to be part of this anymore, because I felt like me and Krishan were kind of put at a disadvantage anyway, being like secondary cast members, not really being included in a lot of things, not really knowing a lot of things. I definitely feel like they were favorites on this show. I'll just be honest, it's me keeping it real. They were definitely favorites. So when the favorites started
And when we say
dropping,
they were favorites, so that the viewers know what you're talking about, we're talking about favorites as far as from production to cast,
yes,
or cast to cast.
no, production and the cast, I'll say it. I feel like they were favorites. Um, so when the favorites started dropping, everything was put back on the rest of us. And, it was getting to a certain point where I was like, I'm not really feeling this anymore. I already knew what the things that were coming up when I came into the show. And, I was like, I didn't want to be edited a certain type of way. There was this thing that had happened before the show even started. I think the day that the show was starting. I had peeped some shit, and that was the first time I quit. I had peeped some shit. And then I had got some insight from another cast member about that situation. I was like, well, if this is how shit's gonna play out this season, I'm not really having it. But all of the hoopla that's been going on online as far as who's dating who, this and that, I don't really know too much about it. I don't give a fuck. It doesn't have anything to do with me. I was just upset that I wasn't shown in enough time to where I really could have swiped up some appearances and stuff to do different events like I had planned. I had a whole plan with this. I was like, if this is gonna be an unpaid project, I'm gonna find a way to make some money out of this shit. I had a whole, but I wanted my name to be out there first because this show has gotten a lot of exposure. The production is amazing. John and KL did a very excellent job. There's no other web series that's really just been talked about like this aside from Chasing Atlanta because they've been out longer and whatever, but they're not on the scale that G Status is quality wise. So people are seeing this shit like, whoa, even I was like, man, this looks really good, but there was, the behind the scenes stuff has kind of like hindered a little bit of what you guys get to see because some of your favorites aren't here anymore. And it's like we have to
Right.
close out the season
Which
without
is
them.
sad because, and I think what people don't realize is that, we get in this show and we become reality stars, but we don't know because we watch the shows, we don't know the behind the scenes of it and what actually goes on. So that when they actually get into something like that and they realize what it takes to actually create a successful show, it's
Yeah,
going to be a lot of add-ins and a lot of people's like trying to come for a job like, oh yeah, well he fed us what to say, and well that's because what you had to say was boring and
thank
we
you.
have to produce a show. And that's what
Especially,
people don't fail to realize. We have to produce a show. And not only that, like you stated before, this show was filmed in April or before April, whatever. We have to kind of put you back as production, have to put you back in that mindset of when you did have this beef. Because when we air the show, it has to make sense. We can't air you fighting Akeem and then you're no longer beefing with Akeem right now. So you're like, oh yeah, so everything's okay. No, it doesn't make sense with the show. We need your confessional to match what we
yeah,
just
you need to
viewed.
go
So
back
of
to
course they're
who
gonna
you
feed you
were.
some stuff.
And that's why people are like, oh, Akeem's man. No, Akeem is giving you confessionals and shit from that moment. That's what I do. Like, it's as you said, people, and this is what gets me about the fucking YouTube commenters. They take this for face value. Like, they think who you are on these cameras is who you really are. And now that I worked on the reality show, I kind of understand how people on Love and Hip Hop and Real Housewives feel. Those aren't those real motherfuckers. This isn't the real us. And anybody saying that that's the real them is not telling the truth. You're on a reality show. If this is the real you, you need to amp it up and give us another element because half of them are very boring. Sorry. Watching these episodes has been like fucking snail race, and I'm like, but
Some of these
I,
scenes were dry. Some of the scenes were dry, but all in all, it was a great. Some of these scenes I felt like would have been better scenes had it been a little bit shorter. Because
yeah, this,
we don't, I don't always need drama for content. Like, you know what I'm saying? And I like to have when they have regular conversations, but I just feel like some of these conversations drug on. We didn't need a 6-minute conversation on rock
we didn't
climbing.
need a 20-minute rock climbing. I was like, I was sitting here like, yo, I see why Ja brought a bitch in. I was like, Lord, something's finna happen. I was like, oh my God, like they were really. And then the damn meetup that Corday had, you done brought on the whole bitch. This is my assistant. They don't even know what you do. This dude sitting here getting the dude who was over the magazine drugged the fuck out of that kid. And I was like, Lord, I would have told Corday, look, I don't want to be part of this no more. Like, can I take that paper back saying I agree to be on camera? Because the Julian dude yanked his fucking hair out. Like I was like, whoa. But Ja did the best with what he had, but they just weren't giving it. And it's personality wise. So I really understood why he brought me in and you don't need drama to have a show. But I'm like, if this is the shit that y'all are giving, then I wouldn't mind seeing some drama. Cause I'm like, look, are you hoes gonna fight? Like y'all are meeting up at
Right.
8 people's different events, yelling about dumb shit. Like, are y'all gonna come to a resolution, or are y'all gonna come to a resolution or come to a resolution? Because this is just
Right.
not giving it, you know?
So before we end this, which you have given me some great great content, let me tell you.
No.
But before we end this, I do want to get your standpoint on the reunion and what can we expect. With you not giving too much, I will see you at the reunion, by the way. But
Yeah.
with you not giving too much, what can we expect from Drecember coming from this reunion?
Um, well, at first I wasn't gonna go to the reunion, but after I saw the progression of the show and stuff, and really decided that I was gonna finish it out, because I mean I've had a lot of people in my DMs, strangers, my family. Now there's people who are really looking forward to seeing me on the show. Plus, I didn't want to just leave Jai hanging. Like Jai is a very sweet person. KL is very nice too. They put me on this platform out of all, I don't know how many other people may have applied, but you guys chose me to be one of the people on this platform, and I respect them and love them for that. And I was like, I'm gonna be a team player. And I was like, if season two, if I'm invited back, and I'm pretty sure I am, hopefully I am, um, I'm gonna definitely be a team player. But the reunion, I this is the thing. Like I said, I didn't need the reunion to come and be combative with bitches. If we're gonna reunite, let's reunite. Everybody I had an issue with on the show, we took care of that shit on set. That's why you haven't seen me saying, "Oh, when I see you at the reunion." No, I have half of your addresses. I see half of you guys at the same events around Atlanta. I saw Keenan the other day. I saw Tremel and Corday last night. I know where half of them stay. It's like I'm not coming to the reunion to be like combative with anybody. Like I want us to really
So
talk
you
and
have
everything.
no bone. You have no bones to pick with nobody.
No, I'm not coming. Like, no, I don't. We're gonna have security. I'm not fighting no fucking body. Like, that's not my thing. I hate that we did it on the show. I'm not doing it at the reunion. I'm about to pull a straight up Nikki Cardi behind security like this. Like, y'all better get them.
Look,
Like,
don't do my
but
girl. Look, don't
no,
do my girl.
it's gonna be very exciting. It's gonna be very exciting. I saw a snip of the set on the little promo video that y'all put out. It looks like it's gonna be very nice. I'm just excited. Like I really do want to know what everybody's been up to. We haven't all been in the same room since all of that shit went down with me and True. So I hope everybody gets to be there. Um, I really want it to be a successful closeout to season one, because I want the best for everyone involved with this. Like, a lot of them really be hustling a lot. I wish everybody as much success as possible with this show. Like, there's no animosity, but I don't know how they may feel. I don't know who might try what,
Right. I
but
was gonna say you don't know who has a bone to pick with you.
well, they better pick that bitch then, and we'll see how who's gonna take the bone, or if we're gonna throw the bone away, or because like I said, I don't
Right.
need the reunion to. I walk these streets comfortably, so.
I know that's right. Look,
You
you have been such a great time. I mean, it has been such a good time to have you on this show. You have given me so much content to think about personally, let alone
know.
as far as the show. Thank you, thank you, thank you. We are excited to have you. We're excited to keep watching on the show, and we are actually excited to look for you for season two, which I
Yeah,
don't doubt you will be.
season two is gonna be shit. I don't know who they may pick to come on. I do know. I hope they announce it at the reunion, but there's some very big news. Just a little tidbit. But yeah, like season two looks like it's gonna be very good. And I just want to say one more thing too. Like, no matter how hard life gets, I'm never gonna be a YouTube commenter. Okay? For everybody in YouTube land right there. No matter how hard life gets, I'm never gonna comment negative shit on their YouTube videos. Okay? Get a fucking life. Sorry. go through and read the comments and stuff, and I'm like, some of y'all really need to like, you know, that
Yeah,
shit
oh,
irks
trust me,
me.
I
I'm
know
like,
some of these YouTube comments be harsh. Let me tell you.
oh yeah, and then you go in the motherfuckers either don't have a picture, and the picture they got up is shit they shouldn't have it up. I'm like, one bitch, I was like, oh child, girl, you really had the nerve to say that, and I even on Instagram, I go look at profiles, you leave a comment. I don't know about all the rest of the cast, but I'll clap back with your ass. Like, I feel like I
Hello.
need to, I'm like, oh no, sweetie, you're not getting away with that. Hold on, the fuck? So yeah, everybody on YouTube, no matter how hard life gets, don't comment negative shit under YouTube videos. Like, I'm too busy giving you something to watch. Like,
Hello.
uh,
Tanya, he was talking about security, about if somebody had a bone to pick with him, he's just going to be standing behind security. He's not going to be trying to fight anybody, is what he was stating.
my outfit finna be sickening. Finna have a whole look for y'all. I'm not getting. I'm sit back just like this. Like, yo, y'all better
Look,
security, security.
look. Thank you again. I can't thank you enough. I really can't. You
You're
were amazing.
welcome.
I do want to say, my co-host, people call me more the professional one. I like to keep it more with my questions. My co-host
I
is
was wondering
usually,
what he was too. I thought it was gonna be
yeah,
both of
he
y'all.
gets in with the, he gets the judge going. So we want to set up a second interview so that he wants to get into your head. He's been all over the comments,
Mm.
um, but he says he's a new fan of yours, that he fell in love with you.
Oh,
And I would love to, we'll set it up once we get off of here, of course, but we can set up
yeah,
another interview with him and you and him, and so y'all can get that going. Would you be okay
okay.
with that?
That sounds good with me. Yeah, that sounds good to me. We can do that. We need to
All
definitely
right.
do another interview. Especially when you guys also see this finale too. Like,
Yes,
Ja,
definitely,
Ja
definitely.
ate
So
me up
we'll
with
get that
that.
scheduled.
Yeah, Ja ate me up with that. I'm like, you
We'll,
could have put both of that shit in one episode. I'm like, oh, well, hey, let's go.
it's 2 hours long though.
I'm hoping that the reunion will be added into that. I'm thinking, I don't know, because I'm gonna see, like, I don't really know what's gonna be in the episode, just as you guys don't. But hey, I don't know. Shit, he might have 2 hours worth of shit to put in there. But I don't know. I was thinking that the reunion might be added with that. But y'all are gonna definitely enjoy that episode, though.
I'm sure. Look. I enjoyed this, so I could just imagine enjoying that episode to see more of it. Thank you again. Like I said, I'll contact you on a side note, and we'll set up that second interview. And
Okay.
yeah, we're here for the shits. We're here for December. We're here to. We can't wait to see you again on the next episode. And me and Key will actually be seeing you at the reunion, so I can't wait for
I
that
can't
as
wait
well.
to meet you guys too. Thanks for having me on the couch. What is it? The Kingdom?
Of
Is
course,
that
of
called the Kingdom
course.
of the
It's all
Couch?
love. It's all love. Keep shining, man. Keep shining.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
So good, like so good, like so good. That was a really good. Gave us some exclusives. He gave us some back tea. I'm still not off of that Corday fight. Like what? Like it was really a good show. Shout out to Drecember. Shout out to Ja for this amazing cast. Um, I am never um disappointed, like never disappointed. Everyone we have on the show ends up being amazing. I get to know them a little better, you guys get to know them a little better, so it becomes a great experience. um Key, I can't try and get Key on before we end the live, but Key, I can't get you on. I hope I don't gotta tell you, gotta be landscape, because I don't see a camera next to your picture. Thank you guys for tuning in. It's been such a blessing. You guys are such a blessing each and every week. You guys are watching, tuning in. Shout out to G Status. Shout out to the cast. Shout out to Tramel for tuning in. Um, Trying to see if I can get Marquise here. Trying to get Key here. See if we can join in real quick before we end this. I will upload. It'll be to tomorrow, Tanya. Baby.
Ooh, wait, let me have a moment with the folks real quick. Let me have a moment with the folks. Y'all know I look a hot man. 2.5. Drecember, you was my new pocket buddy. I am a new fan because he gives me all of the judge I need. He cannot wait to get his shine on this good show and say what he said and meant what the hell he said. I particularly feel like he know what he's talking about because he said he's a new face, he's a new baby up here, so he's getting all this shit as he's getting there. This is not stuff that he's been here to see, so he has to be getting it right now. So with interviews that we've had prior to, it's some shit going on G Status, baby, and Drecember got the motherfucking juice. So I got to talk to Drecember, honey. I got to know what I know now. Okay, do you feel what I'm telling you, bro?
All right, because he definitely knows some stuff that we was talking about right before we got onto this.
Hey, December. I need to talk to you in November. Hello. Yes, brother, this is a good one.
He spilled it all.
I don't even got enough paper towels for the shit that he put on my table. I'm still wiping up shit. That's all I kept doing. I'm glad my phone waterproof because it was a whole bunch of tea. I cannot.
I wasn't expecting all of that.
Ja, let me tell you, whatever you got going on in that brain job, it is so appreciated. Because you done picked a dynamic cast. Everybody got some type of judge. What you said, Tanya, some type of judge, honey, with them, whether bad or good, like they were speaking about. You gotta have a bad guy. You gotta have an antagonist and a protagonist when you're doing shows like this. And Ja has done it. Um, so I just cannot wait. I cannot wait for the reunion. I cannot wait, especially now for season 2, because now you got a new cast member saying it's gonna be the motherfucking shit. Oh, I'm ready to wipe my ass, honey. I'm here for the shits. I'm here for it. Yes.
I'm here for it too. I'm stunned too. I wasn't expecting all of that.
And my little Cordy is fighting. Cordy.
See, that really that's like at the top of my. I'm mad that that wasn't recorded.
I'm gonna have to call Cordy. What is Cordy? What's
I was
going?
gonna say we talk to people frequently, and that wasn't brought up.
Tramel, corporate mouse. What do you know? Y'all ain't hit us up this time. Y'all had so much to say when it was on y'all.
Look,
When
Ty
y'all,
told herself she had sandbags to because all that tea that spilled. I'll tell you.
y'all know we love and we love to support and we always big up. Keeping positive. But baby, I'm positive there's some shit going on, and I'm gonna need to know because y'all know I'm
You're so
nosy. My brother
stupid.
trying to be cute, honey. My brother trying to be cute and professional. I'm about to get into this head and see what's going on.
Yeah, we're gonna set that up. So you guys stay tuned for part 2 with Drecember and Key. You know, Key loves to get into the judge, so it's gonna be a really, really good episode.
Have to have
So
us a
make sure
little
y'all
grind.
tune in for that.
Might have
We
to
will
have us.
let you guys know when that's gonna air. But Key,
I'm gonna
say your
keep them.
goodbyes.
I don't want to. I be missing them. Don't make me get off so quick. Don't do it. Y'all like that Mariah Carey thing? You heard it. Anyway, hugs and kisses to all my bitches. Y'all will see us very soon. Like he said, we will be at the reunion for G Status. And if you have not subscribed, you need to go do it now because there's a lot of shit going on. And don't just subscribe to G Status. Go ahead and subscribe to Chasing Dallas. Chasing Reality is doing their damn thing. They just wrapped up the reunion for Chasing Dallas. And you
Right.
need to go ahead and hit up the Royal Couch. We are on YouTube. We do have Facebook groups, and we are on Instagram. You better find us because we popping. We doing big things. My brother is doing I Spits, which is in cahoots with Swag Nation magazine. Y'all already know how that goes down. We are brand ambassadors for digthekicks.com. Excuse me, digthekicksdtk.com. Go in, shop, put in Royal at the end, and you get 15% off on who? Me and that guy right there. Do you see that handsome light skinned guy? Do you see him? Yeah, that's my boy. We do that. Also, stay tuned for Beauties and Bars mixtape coming at by who? Everything lavish itself, in association with JJ Jones, Cement Get it out my mouth. See, man, music group. Damn, I was doing so good. Then when I had a good role, then it was on good
You
rotation.
did have a I was like, you sounded like an infomercial, girl. I was like, yes.
But anyway, stay tuned. We are not through. King Entertainment Royal Treatment Management is popping and dropping all kind of shit. So you better stay tuned. Love you guys. I'm gonna let my brother close out. You did excellent, bro. I love you to death. Yeah, now.
What he said.
Look. Hugs and kisses to all our bitches. We love y'all.